What's up, Aries? We got first description from of a card from the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck by Adriana Yalas, and then we'll go into the actual reading itself. Okay. So, in terms of this card, it is Cat's Claw with the subtext of purification. Rewriting the story, connecting to heritage, belonging, worthiness, safety, connecting to your origins, DNA purification. Called una de gato in Spanish, cat's claw has been used medicinally by Central and South American tribes for at least 2,000 years. The Ashanika tribe in central Peru has the strongest recorded history with the plant, using it to treat asthma, inflammations of the urinary tract, arthritis, bone pain, recovery from childbirth, and cancer. Other Peruvian indigenous tribes use it to treat diabetes, hemorrhages, menstrual irregularity, fevers, viruses, tumors, internal cleansing, and balancing the body. Modern scientific research has confirmed its effectiveness in treating upper respiratory infections with viral infections, wounds, environmental toxicity, poisoning, and so much more. Powerful immune stimulant cat's claw is ruled by the archetypical energy of Mars and its higher octave, Pluto. It ignites essential biological processes in the immune system, remedying many inflammatory diseases while rebalancing the body through purification, Mars. And renewal like Pluto, like Mars, and renewal, Pluto, sorry. Like Mars, it stimulates to regulate, it confronts to purify. Like Mars, it stimulates to regulate, it confronts to purify, and initiates to heal. Herbs ruled by Mars are usually hot, stimulating, and dry. Cat's claw powerfully protects our sacred essence, our blood, and our DNA. Like the Black Panther, it is regarded as one of the mighty protectors of the sacred ways of the forest. Cat's claw is here today to help remove blockages, wounding, trauma. Energetically, the cat's claws clears ancestral trauma, deeply assisting our healing as we rewrite our story. Like the energy of the Black Panther, it roams through the darkness with courage and curiosity and assists us in assessing the hidden light of truth. This is a reminder to take this time to befriend the silence of the dark void. Channel the gifts that your ancestors have provided. Know that your path is loved and supported by life. I think one of the first things that really came to my mind, or really the first thing that I really want to mention, I'll say, is the idea of the Black Panther, a creature that can roam around and definitely has advantages in the night, but it also, you don't picture it kind of hiding in terms of the being necessarily banished by the sun, I'll say, right? So clearly able to hunt in the night and have very real advantage in the night, but also very much able to be a very much a predator or a significant force in the daytime, we'll say. That is, in terms of what we're looking at, there's an element of what is happening in the subconscious realm, what can do, what happens here. In previous readings, or we've talked about really the warrior archetype that is associated with the concept of Aries. Now, when we talk about what this idea, this hump that you're kind of overcoming, right? The purification. It seems to be that there is a very real transformation taking place to allow you to more easily carry that energy in the night, or in the what I would like to call the world of the unseen. That's very much interesting, and I'm also reminded of this idea, this story of, or I'm not even sure if to call it a story, but this segment I'm really thinking about, where essentially this person is essentially, or this swordsman goes into whatever territory, but it comes a moment to where a long night is about to occur, right? And there are beings in the, that are kind of definitely not willing to approach the swordman in the daytime, but they do see it as the nighttime as a particular advantage, and take it as their advantage to really take this swordsman down. And the nighttime comes, and these beings descend on this person, on the swords person. But the problem is that there was no real advantage. There was nothing that they could gain, because what they've realized is, and it's frankly they realized too late, is that this swordsman, with every flash of the sword, it feels like the sunlight that the solar energy that was banning these particular entities, right? So the idea is that in the nighttime these entities were exposed, and they were exposed just as badly as if it was daytime. And this swords person was stood up and survived throughout the entire night. And that is another thing that I really thought about especially when I thought about the Black Panther thing. But people, it seems as if you're becoming more formidable, even more formidable, in the realm of the unseen than you are in the actual, we'll say, in the daylight, and the sun, we'll say. So there does appear to be something that's taking place, and there does appear to be a very real transformation that will make you even more formidable. Also, this idea of what you're able to heal from. I remember reading the actual card when I got to the point to where it's like bone pain, treat arthritis, and basically like recovery from childbirth, right? It surprised me a bit. It surprised me in terms of what you were able to really heal from. It's kind of a start. It was kind of a moment where I was looking at like, okay, that was unexpected in terms of how much, because childbirth is a very serious element that really takes place in terms of not ailment, we'll say. It leads to a very serious recovery process for a lot of people, and that is very much something that, and it may very well have to do with depression in terms of what could be really taking place. In terms of how you identify yourself now, if you may be very much surprised at the idea of what comes out of this. That's what that tells me in terms of the idea. If you have an identification of yourself in any way, shape, or form, there's a transformation that's taken place, right? Particularly when I think about the Aries archetype, I'm thinking about really just identifying as a warrior. The ability to essentially, when we go back to the analogy from the story, be that swords person in the night, right? That is severely underestimated. That is where I see a lot of potential in terms of ability to actually shine and show the world even in dark times what you are, who you are, and really give people an understanding of what it means, right? And reevaluate what it means to be a warrior in a lot of situations, in a lot of cases. And anyway, that's going to be it for this particular reading, and I'll hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week.